Hey everyone, welcome to my channel. This is Beth with Create with Beth, and today I have a card that we're going to be making in just a little bit, but first I wanted to do a little haul. Sorry it's been a few days since I made a video. Life has been just crazy lately with appointments and things that I've had to do, and I have not had a chance to get into my craft room and play like I like to. I'm really going to try to get myself on a better video schedule. I'd really like to be able to bring videos to you every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. So that is my goal that I'm going to be working towards. So fingers crossed that will happen. So first, let me show you this haul. This is from Lawn Fawn, one of my absolute favorite companies that I love. I was able to place a smallish order just a little bit ago, and it came yesterday, and I cannot wait to start playing. So let me show you what you get. I did want to show you their orders come wrapped a lot, most of the time, in this fabulous twine from Lawn Fawn. I love Lawn Fawn's twine. I save all of these little bits to hopefully use on projects, and so you get some twine. That's a little freebie that you get. This time I also got some pattern paper thrown in free, which was really cool. I wasn't expecting that. So I got these 3 designs. They look like this. And then we have these on the back, bright and cheerful paper. So that was cool. You also get a little card with a little message from the person who did your order. And this was packed by Ivy. And you get a little free stamp with that. This one says with love. They're often either with love or thanks or whatever. And they're really cool to collect. So I have that. Then you get a free, and I'm going to tell you the wrong amount. I want to say it's 65 or 75. If you spend that much, you get a free stamp set. So this time it was called Simply Celebrate Coffee, and it is so cute. It has all these cute little coffee mugs with facial expressions and speech bubbles. You have the little, whatever those are, steam things. We have Hello Brutiful, which I love. You Mocha Me Crazy. We're a Good Blend. You Bean So Much to Me. Sending you a latte, smiles, and love. So I will definitely be using this stamp set coming up. Then I had to get the pickles stamp set. This is How You Bean pickle add-on that coordinates with the How You Bean stamp and die set that they have. And this time it's pickles. And I had to get pickles. My oldest daughter loves pickles. I personally cannot stand them. So when I saw this, I thought I have to get the stamp set and make a card for her with pickles. So you've got the group of pickles, an individual pickle, some faces. Pickles have a delightful holiday day. You're kind of a big dill. I relish our friendship. This is a big dill. You pickle my fancy. And sorry you're in a pickle. So cute. So I will be using that. I got an oldie but goodie stitched hillside borders, which I desperately needed for my cards because I've been fussy cutting my hills out and that's not always looking that great. So I got those. I also got the grassy border. I had a grassy border from another company and for some reason it just stopped cutting completely. So I needed that. So that's exciting. This is another new release from Lawn Fawn. This is Caroline Mice, and it's so cute. It's got all these little tiny mice, Caroline, and ringing bells, and just dressed up for Christmas. And you've got I'm Dreaming of a Mice Christmas, Ring-a-Ling, Hear Us Sing, Mice Carols, Xmas Carols, Deck the Halls with Swiss and Cheddar. Happy holidays. Here we come a-caroling. May your winter Christmas dreams come true and be very nice. And of course the exclamation point, which is always a good addition. So we got that. I also got the coordinating dies that go with that stamp set. Then I also had to get the Cozy Cats stamp set because we have 7 cats in our house. So I definitely always go for the cat stamp sets. They have all these cats all dressed up for winter. I love the one sitting on a stack of books. That is awesome. The one with the coffee cup. You have some more speech bubbles, some snowflakes and stars, or just snowflakes, I guess. Then some great sentiments. It's winter time. Curl up with a good book. Keep it cozy. I love you so, Muff. Happy holidays. Let it snow. Warm wishes. Have a perfect cozy winter holiday day. So cute. So I'm glad I got that, and I got the coordinating dies that go with that. The last thing that I got was the cloudy stencil. Again, an item that I have been needing in my craft room to create my scene cards. So this is going to be used a lot. So that is my little haul from Lawn Fawn. I will put this all aside and we will go ahead and get started on our card. So I have been making some Christmas cards lately. I'm totally getting into the Christmas spirit. So this is what our card is going to be. It's going to be a holiday winter themed Christmas card. So let me get my pieces out here. And we're going to start, and I did not make a card base. So let me grab my paper to create my card base. I somehow forgot to do that in my planning. I was getting everything set up and neglected to do the card base. So I'll show you, just in case you are new to stamping or to card making and you're not really sure how to make a card base, I'll use this opportunity to show you. You're going to start with a full piece of cardstock that measures 8.5 by 11 inches. You're going to put it into your trimmer, and we're going to cut this at 5.5, which is half of this paper. We'll discard that second piece. We don't need it. We're going to turn your card to the 8.5 side, and you're going to measure at 4 1/4. And we'll move our cutting blade out of the way and use our scoring blade. I have a score tool on my trimmer. And now you've scored it at 4 1/4. Okay, we can put our trimmer away. And we'll go ahead and fold and burnish our card. There we go. So that part's done. All right, I have a piece of Highland Heather from Stampin' Up. This measures 5.5 by 4 1/4, so it just is going to fit on our, covering our whole, it's going to cover our whole card base, and my glue is on its last leg, so we'll use tape runner instead. I need to get a new bottle of glue out. Really want to get tape runner on the edges of your card panel if you're doing a full cover like I am here. Whoops, let me close that. Okay, it's going to be a little bit tricky doing it with the tape runner. I don't really like to do full coverage with the tape runner because I don't have that wiggle room. But I think we did it. I think we got it lined up pretty good. So there is that. And we're going to set this aside for now and work on our stamping. And I have a focal image of white that measures 3 3/4 by 5 inches. We're going to do some stamping. And the stamp set that we're using is from Gina K Designs. This is the Snowy Skaters. Now this is, oops, I have it turned around. This was one of the incentive stamps for the latest release. I don't know off the top of my head whether this is still available or not. It could be that it is not, so you might not be able to get it right now. Excuse me. I am assuming they will bring it back and put it into the shop because I know they have the die cuts in the shop. So just keep checking. If it's not available yet, you can click on notify me on the site and it will email you when it comes back in stock. So let's go ahead and get my Memento Tuxedo Black ink out, and we'll do some stamping with this stamp set. And what I'm going to do is just create a little scene here with our skating snowman and snow girl. So we'll put her, let's see, how far down do I want to go? Put her right here, and I will clean my stamp off. And then we will get our snowman out. These are so cute. I love these stamps. Definitely made sure I was able to get these when I saw these. We're going to put him over here. They're having a little skate date. There we go. And if you're wondering how I'm cleaning my stamps off as I'm going along here, this is from Stampin' Up. This is the Stampin' Scrub, and I love it. You have your wet side on the left, your dry side on the right, and it's just a really good way to clean your stamps off as you work. I just have it open to my side over here. Okay, we don't need the Memento anymore. We're going to put that away. And we are going to bring in the Highland Heather ink pad. And I'm going to go in with one of these little snowflakes. Let's see, there's this one. And we're going to add some little snowflakes to our scene. Just here and there. Just like that. I definitely want to put this back on the sheet because I will lose that teeny tiny stamp. And the next bit of stamping we're going to do is the sentiment, which is Happy Holidays. Go ahead and ink that up with the Highland Heather. And let's see, we're going to put that right about here. There we go. That turned out good. Okay, that is all the stamping that we're doing. So we'll put our ink pad away. So next I'm going to bring in a couple Copic markers, and we're going to do just a little bit of basic Copic coloring. I'm not going to do any shading or anything. It's just going to be really basic. This is B01, and I'm going to go in and color our snowman's cap. So yeah, it's been crazy, 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 crazy busy. Just my oldest daughter is studying to be an elementary school teacher, and this week she has started doing her early clinical, where she goes in and observes a classroom. She got kindergarten, and she has just been having the best time of her life. She absolutely loves it. Okay, I'm going to add a little bit of shading to our snowman. Not a lot, just a little bit here and there, so he's not stark white. And then I'm going to come in with my colorless blender and fade that out as much as I can. This is my lightest blue that I have, so I couldn't really go any lighter, but I did want to add some shading so he didn't just blend into the paper. Okay, there's the blue on the snowman. We're going to add some V22 next to some areas on his scarf. and his mittens. Oops, and I forgot to do his skates. So we'll go back in and do those. I haven't ice skated in years, so it would probably not be good if I attempted that at my age. I'd end up breaking a hip or an ankle. Okay, there is our snowman done. Now we're going to work on our snow girl. And for her, I'm going to go in with the purple first. And we're going to do her hat. And her scarf. So you don't always have to do blending and everything with Copics. You can get some fabulous results by just coloring. If you hear some strange noises, my son is outside my she shed playing with the dog. So he's my loud child. You can usually tell when he's around because he makes a lot of noise. Okay, there is our lavender shade. Now we're going to come back in with that blue. Add a few blue touches here and there, and go also in and add some bit of color to our snow girl's face and body. Just like so. Bring in the colorless blender and blend that out. All right, there is our coloring done. So cute. So we can finish putting this card together. We're going to bring in a piece of balmy blue. This measures 4 by 5 1/4. And we're going to mat this piece. Oops, and you know what? I just realized I forgot to color the noses. So we'll go in and do that in just a second here. We've got to give our snow people noses. Let's see. So let's bring in a Spectrum Noir marker. We're going to be using the mid B03 color. There we go. They got to have noses. All right. We're going to go ahead and mount this now to the purple, the Highland Heather piece. I'm not popping it up. There are several layers here, and I don't want the postage to be too much, so we're going to keep it flat. Just like so. We're almost done. We're going to bring in Wink of Stella, and we are going to add a little bit of sparkle here and there to our snowmen, snow people. I'm going to go over the gloves and her muff and their little tassels on their hats. Okay, and then for the final touch, we're going to bring in some rhinestones, basic rhinestones. And let's see, we are going to add a rhinestone to each of our snowflakes. Whoops. These are really old and they're not wanting to stick very well. I don't know how long I've had them, but it's been a while. Hopefully they will not fall off in the mail. There we go. There is our card, guys. It's quick and simple, but adorable, I think. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I didn't put anything on the inside. We're just going to leave it blank so we can write a message. And anyway, I hope you liked it. I hope you will like and subscribe and join me again for another crafty video. We'll see you next time. Bye.